What's cooking, Bianconeri? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel. We have all the reactions from the players and the coach that you want to hear after the win, following Juventus's defeat of Chelsea. I guess I should have said victory over Chelsea, but defeat works just as well. They ended up defeating them 1-0 at home, collecting their 3 points. You know, I don't need to tell you. You know by now. Also, we have a couple news things that we're going to break down. Stick with us. We'll fill you in now. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back. You're in the Bianconeri zone. My name is Justin Sofro. Today is Thursday, September 30th, 2021. And like I said, we have all your latest rundown of all things Juventus, especially today. It's a reactionary Thursday. You get reactions from the players, the coach, all that you have going on there. But then we also have a couple tidbits, some breaking news. It's going to be pretty important for Juventus going forward. We'll get that to you at the end of the show after we get through all the reactions. But another positive day, another day to rejoice and be happy following a victory over Chelsea, the defending European champions. I'm excited. I'll have some takes for you at another time, but one thing I will say is I think Juventus may have told on themselves a little bit. We'll just tease that out there for the next time we do a live or whatever. But then, you know, stick with us. You want to hear my breakdown, I guess. Maybe you don't. I don't care. Or you don't care. Anyway, before we do anything, make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, join our community. What we have here, smash that subscribe button, and also make sure you hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos as soon as they drop. First one we have up for you today, though, is Max Allegri and his reactions following the win. He said, "When sailors are in a storm, they always find a way out. It was a great game against the European champions. We didn't suffer much, but we missed a few passes. We missed a few counterattacks." He also said, "Juventus must also win these games here because in football, sometimes you have to suffer to win, but you have to have desire and anger to bring home the result." I think what he means by that is you have to have a lot of passion to end up succeeding and doing that there. I like to see that from Max Allegri, giving that overall. And I got to be honest, I kind of enjoy that he's a bit critical of the team following a victory. That's like one of the most successful coaches. If you're in college football, you're thinking Nick Saban, NFL, you're thinking Bill Belichick, and then you got Max Allegri over here with Juventus over here. And I like when they're critical of their teams, even in big shining moments. It means there's always something to work on and always ways to get better. Second part, Max Allegri said, "I have a lot of respect for the European champions, but today SZCZESNY didn't make any great saves. We were well organized and careful." So kind of taking a shot at his guy. I thought SZCZESNY did really well. Maybe he didn't have any miraculous Buffon level saves, but it's kind of funny overall, like I said, of him being critical and making his statements that way. It tickles me a little bit. Bentancur struggles as a sole regista. Locatelli has been used to playing in a two-man midfield, but today he did a great job in shielding Lukaku. Rabiot started quietly, but then played a good game overall. Some good thoughts when it comes to his, his ideas on how the players performed overall. Bentancur didn't do that great, but yeah. BONUCCI. Now, BONUCCI talked about what he felt like this meant for the team and also just what happened in succeeding in that win. He said, "The attitude, the desire to suffer, to concede nothing to the European champions, this match must be an example and not an exception." Couldn't agree more with you. That's what we said. I guess I can give a little bit of a preview, but kind of what I was saying, my idea of that, I feel like Juventus told on themselves. And when I say that is, when you come in there and you defeat the reigning European champions, at home, away, whatever have you, it's a big deal, and it means a lot for Juventus going forward, and it has to be a stepping off point. It has to be something where you build upon, because no offense, you can't go out there Saturday and lose to Torino, and I'm not going to be able to, I can't give you a pass on that. When you just did what you did against Chelsea, the European champions, came out, get the victory, felt confident. At no point during that match did I feel like Juventus was going to lose. I shouldn't feel like Juventus is going to lose against teams like Torino. So you raise the bar a little bit for yourselves, guys. I know it's a rebuilding season. It is what it is. Max's first game, first big season back. But you have to be able to build on this. You can't regress to the norm again. He said it was a high-level game for me, which is what I like. Playing the UCL always gives you different motivations. I did what I had to do in possession and non-possession. Maybe a couple of mistakes. It was one of my best games personally and as a team, and I have to agree with him. I really was high on BONUCCI's play, and I really enjoyed watching him yesterday. He looked Chiellini-esque, if you will. He said, "Matthias is not someone we discovered tonight. Sometimes he's been criticized too much like everyone else. He's a great professional with important values. The future is bright. And then he also says, who wouldn't want to play with Giorgio and Matthias de Ligt? Absolutely. You have three of the best center backs in the world playing together right now, rotating in and out. One thing I will say, and I really enjoyed seeing, is I finally got the feeling that BONUCCI and de Ligt were starting to build a little bit of that chemistry, the same kind of chemistry that you see BONUCCI and Chiellini had together. If they can continue this, and BONUCCI can step in as that leadership role that Chiellini has for him, and if he can do that with de Ligt, it'll be great for what we can see going forward from the defense. Overall, I was personally very, very happy with what I saw from the defense and what they put out there on the field. Moving on, we got Chiesa, of course, my personal man of the match for the day yesterday. Just, he lays it out there every single time. Chiesa said there's never been any problem with the coach. On the contrary, it's something created by the newspapers. They want to create gossip, but we are united, and there are no problems. Sorry, my tongue, I think, is swollen today, so I'm tripping all over it today. I'm still recovering from an illness, so I apologize there. He also said it was a tough game. Chelsea were very good in possession. We showed the Juve spirit. We started with a module, and then we tried to change to look for depth and attack the spaces, and we succeeded. Some solid statements from him overall. And yeah, there were a lot of times, and we all know, journalism, newspapers. I mean, heck, there's times when I say stuff that's outlandish on here. So I understand, not everybody has a feel for what's really going on behind closed doors. He goes on to say, today we won, but on Saturday we'll focus on the derby, which is a very important game. The team did something important. Everyone thought that we were going to lose against one of the best teams in Europe. Guilty. I was guilty of that. The Bianconeri was guilty of that, guys. I know there's some of you that were very positive on this. It didn't add up to me, but I'm thankful that I got to have one of those exciting, surprise, enjoyable, moments in sport. Anyway, he goes on to say, everyone thought we were going to lose against one of the best teams in Europe who hold the ball fantastically. We showed what it meant to be Juve, not giving an inch, and when we had the chance, we punished them. There's a path of growth, and as the coach said, there's still a lot to improve in the various moments of the game. Tonight, he asked me to play like this, and I'm totally at his disposal. Good to see. Chiesa has really bought into what they're developing, what they're building here at Juventus. Not that any of us are surprised by it. Chiesa gives his all every time. My boy Freddie Church, love him. Continues on to say, we played a great defensive game because Chelsea are one of the best teams in keeping the ball. We were solid and took our chances. It was a great Juventus game. We showed spirit, what the coach wants. We now won our last 3 games, but we need to show this every game. Playing with the spirit. On Saturday, we have a big game in the derby. Definitely looking forward to the derby. You got to bring that win home. Like I said, Juventus told on themselves a little bit. You're able to go out there and compete with anybody. You can beat anybody. You should not be struggling to beat a Torino. Torino looks better. I will give them credit. They do look better this year than they have in the past. But at the same time, Juventus has to go out and beat Torino. Then we go on, and Locatelli had some thoughts that he wanted to get out there. He said, we knew what we had to do. We are very happy with this victory. We did what the coach asked us to do. To do in front of our fans is even better. We're training to do more in the league. I have to improve a lot. I'm happy here, and the coach asked a lot of me. I'm happy. We put the extra something that is important to win games. We believed in it, and now we are satisfied. I liked how he kind of said he has a lot to improve on because he didn't have the best second half compared to his first half. Good to see that he wants to continue to build and grow. And then I think he has a good point. I think having us at full capacity that Juventus could have yesterday, which was 50% capacity of the stadium, was really good to see. All the fans, there were a lot of celebrities there yesterday for the match. It brought a different energy to the club, and I think it might do something, hopefully, for the season going forward, if you're able to have more people there cheering on them. There is an energy that definitely you can feel, and it builds them inside to help you maybe get through a game that maybe, like I said, last couple of years with no fans in the stadium has been it's like playing an intramural game, and it's rough. It's hard out there. There's nothing really to play off of. You're playing off each other, but it's just like a scrimmage almost. It's an odd feeling. He goes on to say, it's a great game, a great battle. It's the hardest game that are the most beautiful victories. We put our hearts into it, and we are happy. Now we have to continue like this. In these games, you can be excited, but there is no time for emotion. We have to give our hearts for fans and for Juventus. I'm very happy the way I played and the team played. The win was important. So not a lot to go off on that second part. Really just saying you got to keep it up, keep winning, keep succeeding. Then my boy Matthias Delict had some comments. Said there was determination. We knew how to suffer. That was the most important thing. In the end, winning is the only thing that counts. It is a very tough game against a strong team. I love that he's using that quote from our guy. Said, basically saying winning is the only thing. It's not the what is it? Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm screwing it up. Of course, I'm screwing it up right now. Winning is not the most important thing. It's the only thing that matters, or whatever it is. I like that he was using that and working that in there. And anyway, so Lukaku, we played a great game all together. Also, Bonucci was great. If you play as a team, you cancel out these strong players. And Juventus, if there's one thing they're good at, their defense, their center backs, always are good at shutting down Lukaku, who is, no matter what you want to say, is one of the great, strikers right now of the day. We have Rabiot. He says, I know I'm moving through these kind of quick, but I'm trying to get through them. Otherwise, they will slog along for a bit. Rabiot said it was a good Juventus who defended as a unit and attacked well. We deserve this victory. Tonight, we can be the turning point, the click for our season. Yes, absolutely. Rabiot, you still have stuff to work on. but I agree with what you're saying overall. He goes on to say that, was Chelsea surprised by the starting lineup? I don't know. They played their usual game and did well, but we were better at defending. When Chiesa's goal came at the right time, because it hurts to concede a goal right after halftime. And that is true. Juventus, so many times, the air is just taken out of the tire, out of their sail, whatever analogy you want to use. But there's so many times that it's happened, like early on in the second half, just giving up that goal, and to just feel like you're playing weighted down for the rest of the match. I like to see that he had that comment, that he said that. And I will say in my comment too, is I was shocked. I don't know about how many of you all were, but I was very surprised with the lineup that they came out with against Chelsea, because I expected another 4-4-2. And I know some people had it set up as a 4-4-2, but I'm pretty sure it was a 4-3-3 is what I saw there for a lot of it. Let me know if I was wrong though, because I'm not the best when it comes to when they're moving all across the field, if they adjust to it or move into a different formation. I'm always paying attention. Then we have SZCZESNY, who says, so many goals conceded in the league and 0 in the UCL. I'd like to explain it to you, but I can't. I hope this is a good start. We can see too many goals in the league. I love that he made that comment. It's kind of hilarious, too, because I went up there and I was like, wait a second. I was like, oh, yeah, he did have a clean sheet against Malmo, and I was trying to figure it out, and I was like, so 20 games of conceded goals in the league, yet you come into the Champions League playing the best team of last year, arguably, and you don't give up a goal. I don't know. I don't get it. He says, we'll find the energy for the derby. We have 3 days of recovery, and with this energy and spirit, we'll do great things. So good to see. Hopefully, SZCZESNY can build off of this. I know I'm harsh on him. I know, and yes, I still want Donnarumma. But overall, hopefully that he can build off of this and do better in the future going forward. Now we actually have some news that we want to talk about, and then we'll get you out of here from today's video, and that is Arthur. It's being reported, actually, just literally Allegri says it. Allegri says that Arthur will be back soon. Arthur, tongue-tied over here. Arthur will be back after the break. I'd like to have him available for half an hour against Roma, so that's good to see. We were positive that Arthur was going to be coming back soon, but it's good to have that kind of a deadline there, or a scheduled update of when he'll be here, and that'll be against Roma, and at least play for a half hour. I'd like to see that. I want to see how he and Locatelli gel together. It'll be nice to have 2 solid midfielders and not Locatelli and then Rabiot and Bentancur on the 2 sides trying to work on that. So I'll be happy to see that going forward. And then we have an update from Calcio Mercato, who was saying that Pellegrini could be on the move. Sampdoria want to bring in Luca Pellegrini on loan during the January transfer window. That's something to keep an eye on. It's kind of interesting because they kept him, given that our situation out of the left back position is a bit it's a bit fragile. It's a bit empty. If something happens to Alexandro, you got DeCilio or whatever have you. Again, and then we had this talk too. During the preseason, DeCilio looked better than Luca Pellegrini. Will that change at all throughout the season? We'll see, but that's an option. Sampdoria could go after another Juventus player to bring into their team going forward. Let me know your thoughts on that. I know there's some people that are high on keeping young guys like Pellegrini. I'm almost, I want to say unbiased, but at this point, if he goes, he goes. If he stays, he stays. Fine. He hasn't lived up to what I kind of hoped Pellegrini would be overall. Personally, we'll see if he can still grow into that. But let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on that. Also, let me know your comments in the section, comments in the comment section down below what your thoughts are on all the things that were talked about today, including SZCZESNY talking about his performance, De Ligt, BONUCCI, the way they really gelled together. Any of that, let me know in the comment section down below. Appreciate you guys for always tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. We really appreciate you guys that are new here joining in. One of the things that we do here also, like I've said before, is if you're new here, let us know in the comment section down below how you became a Juventus fan, what your story is as a Juventus fan down below. We love hearing those and we love sharing those, and we're going to give you opportunities in the future to share that personally with the call-ins and the memberships we're going to do with the channel. If you're interested in that, let me know in the comment or just reach out to me via DM as well. One way you can reach out to us is you can follow Bianconeri Zone at Bianconeri Zone on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow me at Justin Sofer at Twitter. If you want to talk to me, if you want to message me, whatever, that's the place to do it. I hopefully I've been bad about looking at my DMs, but I'm getting back into it, so send me a message there. Also follow our guy Julian Genotti at Genotti151 as well. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri. Let's keep this streak up going in the international break, guys. We appreciate y'all. See you next time.